My name's Sam Skelton, and I surf on Lake Erie. I grew up on the east side of Cleveland, and I've always been really interested in board sports. When I was 14, I was hanging out with some older buddies, and I heard someone mention that you could surf on Lake Erie. And I interrupted him and said, "You can't surf in the lake." And he told me, actually, yeah, you can, and there's lots of storms that come through. And I started studying the weather and realizing that this guy was totally right. This was before Craigslist or any of that stuff. We found by word of mouth that there was a guy who was selling a surfboard in Menor Headlands, and we went there and we bought this surfboard and we went to the lake on this big thunderstormy day in the middle of August, and that's when I caught my first wave. And it's really awesome to be a surfer who discovered the amazing sport of surfing on the lakes instead of the reverse. Most people start on the ocean and then are forced to surf on a lake. I learned on the lake, and it's really amazing to have that experience as a surfer. Over time, I started to lose stoke about surfing, and there wasn't much of a community here, and I didn't have people to surf with, so I kind of took a break for a while. In October of 2020, I'm sitting at home and I'm bored, and I look on our wind forecasting website and I see that there's some waves in the lake. So I just drove to the lake without a surfboard, just trying to see what I would see. It had been a long time. And when I got there, there were these little knee-high waves, and there was like 15 or 20 people out there mingling and having a great time, and there was this community that I was missing before. And I had no surfboard, and I was just dying to get in, and this super awesome lady came up to me, and she was like, "Hey, you want to use my board?" And she gave me the board, and I paddled out. I had just bought a new GoPro, and I filmed a couple clips, and I had so much fun hanging out with everyone and surfing and just getting my stoke back. I went back home, I grabbed my big camera, and I filmed everyone surfing for the rest of the afternoon with my drone and my camera. And I went home and I edited this vlog and I put it on YouTube because I'm like, this is amazing content. This is fun. This isn't on YouTube. People are getting so excited about seeing people surf the Great Lakes on our channel. And for me, I'm getting to connect with all these different people in Northeast Ohio. We're getting to surf all over the Great Lakes. There's literally thousands and thousands of miles of coastline, and I'm understanding that this community was there. I just had to find it. Now we are constantly checking the waves and the lake every single day to see where we can surf and if we're able to surf. And while other people talk about if you can surf on the lake or not, my brother and I spend about 100 days on Lake Erie a year surfing. And the waves aren't always perfect, but there are times when you're sitting on your surfboard and the sun's setting off in the distance, and Cleveland's just beautifully lit up by the sunset, and I realize I'm 500 miles from the ocean surfing, and it's just the most amazing experience. Now we surf summer, spring, winter, and fall. We have made tons of content online, and people are getting excited about surfing Lake Erie in the Great Lakes, and it's really awesome to see this gigantic community come together. The most important thing to me about bringing attention to Lake Erie specifically is that it's going to get people excited about this resource. I hear all the time people talking about how disgusting it is and how you shouldn't swim in it, but it doesn't have to be that way, and it's getting better. And the more people we get to see Lake Erie and the amazing things you can do on it, the better chance we have to preserve it for future generations. I feel so blessed to have Lake Erie right here in our backyard, and I'm really excited to have a group of people around me who are stoked on Great Lakes surfing. I get to go out every day and make really fun content that I'm proud of, and in turn, that content helps promote and conserve the Great Lakes water systems. I really love what I do, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else with my life.